with chem wipes and some methanol, put it back in place. Now it's not always necessary to do that, so in that case I'm just gonna use that and just blow whatever is on there. Zero it. With my piece of paper to close. Zero it, and then in that case the one I'm putting in is Tassos. That's my lab reference. It really does not take much. Don't quite remember exactly, so my guess is I'm gonna put either probably way too much for a start, because the only way to do this is by looking and you estimate. And then to put it on there gently, I just tap the screw. There. $75 is actually not bad. I'll try to put a tiny little bit more. And now I got a little bit too much. 101. That should be fine. So there, and here I'm going to report the weight of my sample. It's better to have a little bit too much rather than not enough, just because the delta values will be more stable with a higher concentration, and then they tend to tank when there's not enough. So there, I just put it like this, tap gently, try to shake, and then because sometimes it gets sticky, it sticks to the paper, so you just try to get everything out. And if you want to be sure that's what you put, then you just put it back and you see if it's zeroed. So I'm done with this. I need a cap. So the cap looks like this. They're either white or blue. And then you need a septum to put in there with clean hands, of course. So I just put these fingers, they're clean. These gloves, sorry. And then you just put it on, you screw. And to know if it's good or not, you need to tighten until you see the little septum sort of becoming a tiny bit concave. Not too much, just the beginning. That means every piece of the septum is touching the glass. You got pressure everywhere. If you go too much, you create leaks. Not enough, leaks, and then you lose your sample. So I use light a lot to be able to see, because if you if you have a good light, so it has a given reflection, so you see, and as soon as that reflection disappears, like it's kind of shiny a little bit, as soon as that shine disappears, you're good. So here it is. There, my first sample. And here I'm not quite at 0, I'm at minus 0.007. So I don't know where the 7 milligram comes from, 7 micrograms comes from. That happens. The microscale, that's the problem in microscales. So I'm gonna zero that and then put some more for the next value, and so on and so on. Tedious, but it's worth spending a lot of time at the scale. If you need to spend an extra minute per standard of samples to get a better weight, it's worth. Definitely worth it. And I have too much. So to get rid of some. Back to 50. $88, very good. Yeah, it's happened to me to tap, tap, tap and then break the glass. So maybe it's better to tap on your hand and rather than on the table. There we go. And again, minus 10 micrograms. So I don't know what's going on here, but it's probably a scale artifact. And here we are. I mean, now I have 1, 2, 12, 18. I got 22 little vials like this to put standards in. So, and it's always the same. Make sure that in between every single standards or sample, as soon as you change material, you change your paper, you clean your tools. You didn't see me clean the tools again, just because I didn't change material. The minute you change material, make sure it's clean. You don't want cross-contamination. And I will leave it at that.